Today we're out in the field with Nick Berning. Nick, good afternoon to you. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
All right, and Nick is out doing some corn planting activity. We are, what would you say, Nick, 10 to 12 miles southwest of Scott City?
Yes.
And Nick has been out here, you've been on this field, what would you say, about an hour?
Roughly about 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah.
And Nick and the team at Berning Farms is well underway to corn planting season. So Nick, I thought you could kind of start us off. We're in the first part of May. You guys have already put some corn in the ground up to this point, and just tell us a little bit about the operation today. You guys are in a really cool tractor, the track tractor on the farm. Tell us a little bit about the corn planter and anything else you think would be of interest to our viewers.
All right, today we are riding in an 8RX John Deere, 410 horsepower, and we are pulling a 60-foot planter with 24 rows on 30-inch spacings, and the planter is also equipped with a 600-gallon Surefire fertilizer system.
Okay. And so literally you're putting fertilizer in on top of that seed, or?
No, today we're not. With the profile, the manure, we don't need any starter
but you have the option to if you need to.
Yes.
Okay. And is it a dry fertilizer or a wet fertilizer?
It's a liquid fertilizer.
Liquid, okay. All right. And you said this was 60 foot wide, and you said 30-inch spacings.
Right,
Okay.
24 rows. And then the seed compartments, one on each side, they hold roughly 55 bags each, so total of 110 bags.
110 bags.
Yep.
So a pro box is how many bags? It's like 55, isn't it?
It varies. Sometimes it's 40 units and sometimes it's 50 units.
So basically a pro box on either side is what you have back there.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. And today we are putting down 16,000 population, and that in a bag of seed there is 80,000 kernels of corn. So 80,000, and then you take that and then divide it by 16,000, you get 5 acres a bag.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And see right on this monitor, the planter is very much dialed in, and we are getting right out of our target population, and our singulation is tremendous also with a very good seed spacing. Okay.
And you might tell the viewers what would cause those numbers to kind of get out of whack and get out of the threshold you're aiming for?
Just the ground conditions and the profile. The harder the ground, it's going to spike a little bit. On your singularity might not be quite as good, and your seed spacing might not be quite as good.
So you'll know basically instantly if you get in some hard ground because the monitor's going to tell you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And you know, you said this thing was 60 foot wide. On average, how many acres are you getting an hour?
Roughly, if we're running 6.5 mile an hour, you get right around 45 acres an hour. 45 acres an hour? Yeah.
And how often do you have to fill up those 2 hoppers back there with corn, you know, on average? Is that something you top off every day or every couple days, or?
Usually on a good day, you just have to replace it. You have to fill up in the morning or each morning or right around there, so you can go the whole day.
Okay. And is that the same with the fuel on the tractor? Do you top it off every morning, or will it go a couple days on a tank?
We just try to keep everything filled up, the DEF and the diesel.
Okay. So I know you guys have already started, but you have quite a bit of corn planting ahead of you. You know, what's the next week or 2 look like for you? Is it basically, you know, if the weather holds out, you guys are going to be out in the field every day putting corn in the ground?
Yes, and we need to try and get as much as we can, get done as much as we can right now, since we got a little shower last weekend, so we need to get it while there's still some good moisture.
Yep, yep. And then shortly after that, you guys will hop over, and I'm assuming you'll have to make some changes to the planter to get ready for milo harvest, or sorry, milo planting.
Yes, we have to replace the disc, and you insert, put it in some seed tubes also. Yep. And then some kickers on the plates that kick out the seed, knock out the seed on the plates, and some little baffles inside the tank. Also, it's numerous things, about a half a dozen things you need to change over from sorghum planting to from corn.
So is that like a day type of effort, or a couple of days to get the?
It takes about a morning.
A morning.
And if you have help, and you can get it done in a few hours.
Okay. So how many acres do you think we have left here on this field?
We have roughly about 50 acres.
50 acres?
Yes.
Okay. And then will you quit for today, or will you go on and get moved and positioned for the next field for tomorrow?
After we get done with this, we need to go back to a shop and empty out the seed and put in a different variety, because the fields we're going to for tomorrow require a different variety of seed.
Okay, so how do you empty those hoppers? Like a big vacuum, or?
No, you fold this up, and then the bottom of these tanks back here open up, the doors open up, and the seed goes out.
Okay.
On the bottom, and you have a pro box that the seed comes in. You take the lid off that, put it in there, and then open the doors and let the seed go back into the empty pro box.
So not too bad of a hopper.
It's a little dirty with all the talc that you have in there for the seed, but it's a little dirty, but it's not bad.
Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit, we had a video with Jaron, and he was doing some maintenance on this planter, and gave some shots on this tractor, but I believe, is this the only tractor on the farm?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it's a slick looking tractor, and why don't you tell the viewers, we were talking just before we started this video, kind of what you think about it. I guess it has some pros and cons to it based on you having some hours operating it.
The ride throughout the field is unmatched. I mean, it's
smooth.
It is smooth, slick, and it's quiet, and it's a very nice unit. But going down the road, it's a little different story. It's a little rougher, but it's a very nice tractor. And
what speed do you typically try to road at with this rig?
20 mile an hour.
So you can get 20 miles an hour out of it?
Yep.
Okay. And do you guys use this tractor for anything else on the farm, or is it pretty much designated to corn and milo planting?
We use it to pull a ripper or drill some wheat also.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
Okay. All right, well, Nick, thank you for giving us just a little bit of overview of the operation today. We're going to be taking some drone footage and putting it over the video here later this afternoon. And Nick, we'll be catching up with you on another field another day. So thank you for the time.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.